things seem to happen even with Mitchell Starc to Virat Kohli, or even after 30 odd overs, which did not happen in the first innings. So what does that tell us?
So getting a better understanding of the surface now that we've seen Australian bowlers bowl on it and Indian batters bat on it, clearly this is a pitch which has responded more to guys delivering from a higher release point, guys who are hitting the deck with a little more strength. And that's why people like Bolan, although he was just sort of ambling in and looked like a steady bowler, he was getting a lot out of the surface, more than Shami and Siraj did. I thought our bowlers bowled with a lot of heart. But this pitch at the moment, lateral movement also was seen on occasions. So yes, a better understanding of the surface. If you really put your might into the pitch, you'll get that sort of wicket-taking ball at regular intervals.
Yeah, I guess that's where I first leaned towards Brad Haddin, on a day where we were having a detailed chat about how India's bowlers bowled on day one. Now that we've seen Australia bowl 38, what does that tell us about this surface, as Sanjay points out, and why did Australia's bowlers get more out of it than India's did on an entire day?
Yeah, I just think the Australian bowlers have been really disciplined. They've hit the wicket hard. They've asked a lot of questions of the Indian batsmen, and they've bowled really well as a team. If you go through the bowling card, they've all taken a wicket, which to me shows they've all done the job when needed. It could have been a lot worse too for India. Paddy Cummins stayed behind the line with that LB double to Rahane. But the big thing they've done, they've bowled with a lot of discipline. They've asked a lot of questions of the Indian batsmen, and they've attacked the stumps, which has been the difference.
I just want to make a point about Indian batting as well. Yeah. We saw in the World Test Championship Final against New Zealand as well, the problem was Indian batting and the kind of current form that they carried at the time. And they were number 3 and 4 and 5 were out of form. I think the openers were okay. We had Cheteshwar Pujara chipping in, but there was an Ajinkya Rahane out of form, Virat Kohli as well. Today, when you look at the dismissal of Shubman Gill, he's a new guy. And he was always going to be wait and watch, how he plays in this format. He's had an issue outside off stump. That ball was in the channel, a ball that you'll get 99% of the time when you're playing test cricket. And uncertain mind left that ball alone, which should not have been left alone. Pujara as well. So there were these batters who also contributed to the wickets. I mean, the batter has to make a mistake for the bowler to get a wicket, but it was more the batter making that mistake. And Virat Kohli, now a lot was being said about the ball that was bowled, but I looked at the pitch map that I got from our in-house team, and the ball actually has pitched halfway.
That's a short ball.
It's a short ball, and if you see Virat Kohli, that's his position. We've got the still image of that particular shot that got him on the glove. Now, that is the problem that I've had with Virat Kohli for the last couple of years, where he's on the front foot no matter what. That ball is short. Unfortunately, it's reared up from length. But when you're getting onto the front foot, that back foot, you don't see the crease there, but the back foot, I'm telling you, is outside the front crease. So both his legs are outside the crease, and it's trying to negotiate a ball that has reared from halfway down the pitch. It's halfway down the pitch.
So it's not a snorter. It's not suddenly just shot.
No, it's a snorter if the ball is up on good length, where most batters will get onto the front foot, and that's why I've become a proponent of back foot play. And you see the reaction there. He's gone onto the front foot, and once the ball rears, if you've committed onto the front foot, you've got no chance. I'm imagining somebody like a Steve Smith or a Travis Head who played the ball late, or an Usman Khwaja, would have maybe reacted differently. When you're on the back foot and the ball is rearing, you have more time, you've got a bit of leeway. On the front foot, you're a sitting duck. So that also contributed to that dismissal. So this Indian batting lineup, and that is why we kept saying, why is Australia the slight favourites in this contest, is because of the uncertainty of form of the current Indian batting lineup, Ajinkya Rahane included. And that is why I thought Pujara was a key wicket, and Rohit Sharma as well.
Pujara, you talk about him being a big wicket. This is a player who has enjoyed runs for fun in his stint in county cricket, and that looks like an almost inexplainable or inexplicable dismissal, therefore, for the experience that he has. What's happened there?
I think both, you could find technical faults, but more than technical fault as to where your front foot is, and when you leave a ball, you make sure you cover your off stump. When you see from front on, it seems like they've reasonably covered the off stump, especially somebody like a Shubman Gill. Again, it's the length that puts a bit of doubt in a batter who's new at the crease. Both of them are trying to get onto the front foot. Shubman Gill has taken a good stride forward, but they're still not at a position where they're confident to put back to ball. A little uncertain, and that is when you're aware that there's 3 slips of gully, and there's going to be movement, the ball is going to be bouncing, that's when you want to leave it. But the ball was too close. I don't think it darted back in. There was a massive swing. So it was about 2 batters trying to get there, but didn't quite get there. So uncertainty of mind. Pujara rarely is troubled by balls that are outside the off stump. He's more troubled by balls that pitch on middle stump. So that was unexpected. But yes, uncertainty in mind more than a big technical mistake that the batters made.
I'm going to come to Brad in a second too, but since he's already raised the point, the use of Nathan Lyon as an attacking off spinner or an attacking option, if Jadeja and Rahane continue that partnership, maybe have a slightly different tone to our conversation at stumps. So that's a crucial wicket. Quality of Lyon just showing.
And that immediately when that happened, you suddenly realize why Australia is such a good team and has been over the years in test matches. Earlier it was Shane Warne, when he thought he had played out the 3-seamer, there's a guy who came in. And you mentioned that as well, start of the show. They were doing well. They had India on the mat. The seamers had done a wonderful job. But once they saw a partnership brewing, Nathan Lyon in the 32nd over, I think he came into bowl quite early when the seamers had done so well, and he had 4 seaming options. Shows the value of Nathan Lyon and shows how Australia think, no matter how much class and ability there is in seam, if they have a good spinner, that spinner is used very early. And what a delivery to get, a set batter out.
Where Nathan Lyon and Ashwin's exactly the same is you've got 2 bowlers in one. You've got a bowler there that can hold an end up and build pressure if there is a partnership going, or you can attack when the opportunity arises. And that's exactly what Nathan Lyon did. He was brought on to get the wicket of the left-hander out. He only had an attacking mindset for Jadeja, and he did his job. They quickly got him off, brought the medium pacers and fast bowlers back on because the wicket suits. But he was able to come on and be used as an attacking weapon, not just a holding weapon, which is a big difference in the 2 teams.
Well, in fairness, Jadeja, we know what merits his place in a team overseas. It's his vastly improved batting on a day where the second highest score is Rahane's 29 not out. That was a very fine 48. Others looking at a fairly lopsided score at stumps. So good innings by Jadeja.
Useful runs, and he was very upset when he got out. Shows the kind of expectation that he has from himself. I mean, this is a guy who is, in my book, has been a formidable left-arm spinner at the test level, can churn out 30 overs and in helpful conditions. He's a nightmare. He won't give you runs. He'll keep getting you wickets. But his batting, especially at the test level, has gone to different levels. He has this confidence to keep leaving balls outside the off-stump, bounces a ball, gets out of the way, and cashes it on the ball that are bowled full because they think, one ball pitched up can maybe get him out leg before around the wicket. I'd like to see bowlers bowl more over the wicket to him and angle the ball away from him. But this is a guy who's got the confidence now, and it's amazing how much it transforms a player. And the consistency is the ultimate yardstick to judge a good performer, and that's what you see with Jadeja. Yet another vital innings against the odds in a tough situation like the last time he was in England in that one-off test match with Rishabh Pant. Is again given India the runs. Maybe not enough, but he's shown his value. And batting at number 6, like a proper batter now.
जिस पे नाम सिर्फ एक का हो
लेकिन हो पूरे देश के नाम,
उस चीज को हाउ डू आई डिस्क्राइब इट? इस जर्सी के लिए मेरे फीलिंग समझाना इम्पॉसिबल है,
पर इसे पहन के
I feel just one thing, impossible
इज नथिंग.